The rain hammered against the attic window, a frantic rhythm against the silence that had settled over Elara. At 17, she was supposed to be thinking about college applications, summer jobs, and maybe, just maybe, the cute barista at the local cafe. Instead, she was trapped, not by the downpour, but by the weight of her grandmother's old, dusty trunk. It had been unearthed from the deepest corner of the attic, a relic from a life Elara barely knew. Her grandmother Iris had been a woman of whispers and secrets, a whirlwind of vibrant scarves and cryptic smiles, gone too soon. Now, Elara was left with this heavy, locked box and a gnawing curiosity. She found a rusty hairpin, a relic from her own childhood, and, with a practiced twist, managed to pop the latch. The trunk creaked open, exhaling the scent of dried lavender and old paper. Inside, nestled amongst faded silks and yellowed letters, was a small, leather-bound journal. Elara's heart pounded. She'd always been a reader, a dreamer, but this felt different. This felt like stepping into someone else's story. The journal was Iris's, a chronicle of her own 17th year, written in elegant, looping script. Each entry was a window into a world Elara hadn't imagined. Iris, it turned out, hadn't spent her teenage years baking cookies and attending school dances. She'd been a member of a secret society, a group of young artists and dreamers who met in hidden gardens and moonlit cafes. They called themselves the Chromatic Souls. Elara read about clandestine art exhibitions in abandoned warehouses, late-night poetry readings under the city's flickering lights, and heated debates about the nature of beauty and truth. Iris wrote of a boy named Caspian, a musician with eyes like storm clouds and a melody that could make the city weep. She wrote of a feeling, a spark, a connection that transcended the ordinary. Elara was captivated. She'd always felt a little out of place, a little too quiet, a little too observant. Now, she was reading about a world where those qualities were celebrated, where passion and creativity were weapons against the mundane. One entry, written during a particularly violent storm, mirrored the one raging outside the attic window. Iris wrote, "The rain is a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, there is a pulse, a rhythm, a raw, untamed energy. We are not meant to be still. We are meant to dance in the deluge." Elara felt a surge of something she couldn't quite name. It wasn't just curiosity, it was a sense of recognition, a feeling that she was connected to Iris, not just by blood, but by something deeper, something shared. As she delved further into the journal, she found a map tucked between the pages, a hand-drawn sketch of the city, marked with cryptic symbols and locations. One symbol, a stylized hummingbird, was circled in red ink. At the bottom of the page, Iris had written, "Find the hummingbird, and you will find your song." The rain had stopped, and a sliver of sunlight peeked through the clouds. Elara looked out the attic window. The city spread out before her like a vast, unexplored canvas. She knew what she had to do. She wasn't just reading a story anymore. She was living one. The journal wasn't just a collection of memories, it was a map, a guide, a challenge. She was going to find the hummingbird, and she was going to find her song. She packed the journal and the map into her backpack, a thrill coursing through her veins. The cute barista, college applications, summer jobs, they could wait. She had a city to explore, a mystery to unravel, and a grandmother's legacy to discover. She stepped out of the attic, down the creaking stairs, and into the sunlight. The city awaited, a symphony of hidden gardens and moonlit cafes, a place where dreams were not just whispered, but lived. And Elara, armed with her grandmother's journal and a heart full of curiosity, was ready to dance in the deluge.